All right, hello, Science 10, Mr. Beeland here with your lesson for today. Unfortunately, I'm not in front of the whiteboard today. You're not going to be able to see my face, but I am going to go through our lesson. We are starting our physics unit, and this is going to be on energy, okay? Now, we did just spend a little bit of time on thermal energy, and you would have also have experienced electrical energy last year and even chemical energy. But we're just going to talk about energy in general and what it even is, okay? So, energy is the ability to do work. Okay, it's the ability to do stuff. And an object that has energy can perform work. I know it seems kind of silly to say, but we're going to say it. It can perform work. And now, what is work? I've said it twice already. Work is applying a force to move or change something. Okay, so again, this is either to move something, to physically move something, or to change something. So this is where we see the electrical and chemical stuff happen, right? So this kind of means if energy is the ability to do work, and work is the applying of force to change or move something, that means energy is the ability to apply force to move or change something. Okay, you see how we kind of can jump from here to here and kind of go all in between. And energy, sorry, I'm a little bit off here. Energy can interact with objects. And they can also be used to maintain a process. So this would be something similar to how you have your heat, right? So you have your thermal energy and you can use that to maintain a temperature or something, right? Okay, so what is the difference between energy and matter? They're actually very closely related. Okay, so energy versus matter. So the universe, right, is made up of stuff, right? It was made up of both, right? So universe is made of energy plus matter. We've talked about the energy. What's the matter? Matter is just the stuff that makes up all of the substances in the world, right? So matter is the stuff, right? This is what makes things tangible, right? You can't touch energy. You can touch matter. You can't touch energy, right? You can't really see energy, but you can see how energy is interacting with matter. So you can't see energy, right? You can't see the thermal energy or the electrical energy. You can't see energy, but you can see how slash when it interacts with matter. So even just like my hand, right? You can see my hand. My hand is matter, but the movement of my hand is not the energy per se. You can't see the energy, but there's an energy being applied to my hand to move it, and so you can observe that response, okay? But they are very very closely related, right? And the other interesting thing too, right, that we all know is that energy can be stored in matter. Right, so we can store this stuff in matter, right? An example would be uh, an object gets lifted. It then has stored mechanical energy. And we'll go through the specific types of energy in another video, but we'll say that it's got stored mechanical energy. And this is to say that if it's let go, it falls to release its energy. So for example, I've got my pen here, right? And I can lift my pen, and now I am storing mechanical energy in it, right? The gravity is like wanting it to drop, but I'm holding it up. So I'm storing this energy, and then when I drop it, it's going to release its energy. It's going to go down, right? So another example, right, would be, say, chemical energy. Right? And so this is stored in food. And then, it's stored in in particular, stored in the food, it's stored in the atoms, or it's stored in the bonds between the atoms, right? So the bonds between the atoms. And then when food is digested, the bonds would break. And then the energy is released. And then that's how we get our energy for us to be able to do anything in our days. Now, again, like we were saying, energy can interact with objects and can be used to make things move or change, right? So, again, we can observe this happening, right? So, again, I'm going to say, so energy can cause matter to move or change. Right? So one example would be, with our thermal energy, when we have our cup full of water and we have our elements on it, we are applying energy to the cup, and then the matter inside the cup changes, right? It evaporates. Another example would be that the energy inside a bowling ball can be applied to some pins, some pretty bad pins, and knock them over, right? So this is an example of how the energy of the ball is going to cause the movement inside other matter. Okay, and last little bit here, I'm going to try and fit it on this page, hopefully. Energy can be used to manipulate matter / cause matter to perform a function. So not only does your energy move or change matter, it can make your matter do something. So an example would be, and again, please bear with me as I try to draw this. Okay, if you can't tell what that is, it's a guitar. So when a person plays an instrument, they're using mechanical energy, right? They're using their hands. They're using mechanical energy to produce a sound, and sound is an energy. So another example would be that electrical energy can be used to operate devices, right? So energy can also make matter perform functions and do things, right? Not just move, not just change, right? So not just move, not just change, but also to do something that it wouldn't normally be able to do without energy. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop for today's lesson, right? It's just a little bit of an introduction to energy and how it interacts with matter, okay? So we're just going to start with some baby steps, work our way up. There is going to be an interactive notebook activity as well as some homework questions, so please be on the lookout for that. That is it for today. Take care, everybody.